This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through your 2018 Salem FSX model 190 SS. I'm here on the door side of the trailer, walking towards the rear. Okay. You've got a power awning with a LED strip, two doors, one that goes into the bathroom, and of course the other one is your regular entrance door. You have outside speakers. That is the vent for your furnace. This is your water heater. It runs on gas, and you can operate it from inside. The switch is inside the trailer. This is just a service panel for your refrigerator here, but this condensation hose should always be hanging out so it vents or drains to the outside. All right. Now there's two ways to get water to your trailer. The most common is the city water hookup. But see that we're on this side, and this hookup is on this side. Basically, you're going to fill your freshwater demand tank from here. The reason you would want to do that is if you're camping someplace, a rustic campground, for example, that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill this ahead of time and then use the electric pump inside to pump water. So it'll work just like you have city water. It's just for those times when you're camping at a place that doesn't have it. So 9 times out of 10 you're going to just use the city water hookup, which is on the other side of the trailer. I'll show you. But at those times when you can't, you can use this option, okay? And then you just have power out there. Always remember, with the water heater, you have to bypass it before you pump antifreeze into it for winterizing. They put valves on the back of the water heater tank so you can bypass it. Therefore, antifreeze does not get into the tank. If it gets in there, it'll leave a really foul taste and a bad smell, and it won't go away. So you always have to bypass your water heater before winterizing your trailer. Okay. So you have regular scissor type stabilizers. You got one on each corner. That just takes a 3/4 inch crank or a drill attachment with a 3/4 inch socket. This is just if you wanted to purchase a solar panel, and the solar panel would be just to charge your battery. You can use this here. This is a Furrion brand, so it's designed for a Furrion panel, but keep in mind it's not to run your trailer at all. It's just to charge your battery. Okay, you got a 20-pound LP tank. You have a deep cycle marine battery. Okay, a power tongue jack. If this tongue jack was to fail, you can unscrew this cap and you can use a crank to crank it manually to get yourself out of trouble. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is the crank you would use for your power tongue jack if it was to fail. This is the crank you use here to crank your stabilizer jacks. Most people use, like I said, they'll use like a 3/4 inch socket attachment on a drill. That's the most common way to do it, but you could use it either way. You got some wheel covers. Your hitch is here, and sitting on the ground here, let me show you. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So basically, we'll show you how it works, but you can always refer back to the manufacturer's website and look at their videos for hooking it up, just in case you need to refresh your memory. Your slide room, just so you know, it's called a Schwintek, made by Lippert. There's different types of slide rooms. This one's called a Schwintek. This is your cable, or your power cord here. It's 25 feet long and 30 amp. All right, and that's just a coax through to the entertainment area for campground cable or what have you. And as I told you before, there is a city water hookup, which is right there. You'll use that 9 out of 10 times, but if you don't have city water, you can always fill the demand tank, like I've already told you about. Also, I do have the slide room out here, so it makes it a little harder to see, but you can see over here, that's the black tank valve, and then this one is the gray tank valve. You'll put your hose on there, obviously, and put it into the dump station. Then you'll pull the black tank valve first. The black tank valve is toilet, water, and waste. You'll pull that one first. Then you'll pull the gray valve, which is sink and shower water. You do that because the gray water is cleaner than the black water, basically, and it'll clean out your hose somewhat. Okay? So you always dump the black first. Also, you can see that this housing tells us that this is pre-wired for a backup camera. So this one takes a Furrion camera that fits right in that housing. So if you're going to get one, it has to fit in that. It has to be a Furrion that fits that housing, and we do sell them here. If you're interested, you can talk to our parts people. But either way, make sure you get one if you decide to get one that fits the housing that's already up there. Also, while we're looking up, you have to remember to go on your roof 3 times a season: once in the spring, once in the fall, once in the middle of the summer, and inspect your roof. You got to inspect all the sealant down the roof. You want to inspect every place you see sealant. You'll look around and you look for cracking or separation. You're just inspecting because the odds are you'll find nothing for some time, but you don't know. That's why you inspect it 3 times a year. You don't want water to get inside your trailer, so you inspect it to keep that from happening. And when you do see something, some year you will, you have to get it taken care of immediately. Okay? All right. So this is your control panel, your monitor panel. You see your battery is charged. The next one is fresh water, which is empty. Black water, which has a little bit in it. We're water testing it. You see it's a third full. Gray, same thing. It's a third full. So it graduates up in 1/3 increments, and they'll light up as it fills. That's how you tell how full your tanks are. The water pump I told you about that you use for winterizing and for pumping your fresh water is right there. Your water heater on gas is right here. Always make sure there's water in the tank before you light it. And of course, you have your awning light. Okay. This is your awning. It just goes out like so. You put it out. It goes out 8 feet. You just keep sending it out till you see the awning tube. You know you're out all the way. Never leave it out unattended. If you do, you can get it damaged very quickly. So you always want to roll it in when you're not going to be at the campsite, because the wind can come up pretty quickly and ruin your awning in just an instant. So the slide out, as you can see, is out. That's pretty straightforward. You can see I'll just bring it in a little bit here. Like so, then back out. Okay, like so. All right. Your refrigerator is a 3-way refrigerator, so it'll work on LP gas, it'll work on 110 AC, or it will work on, let me make sure this is a 3-way here. I guess it's a 2-way. Let me see here. Let me see what we got. Turn it on. It's gas. Yeah, so it's a 2-way. It works on, it works on 110 AC or LP gas. So auto means electric, basically. The reason they call it auto is because it always seeks out electricity. If it can't find it, it'll switch to gas automatically. Or let's say you're in the middle of the night, you're running on electric and you have a power outage at the campground, it'll automatically switch over to gas so you don't spoil your food. You can run it dedicated to gas like that. If the check light comes on, it means it's faulted. You just turn it on and off again to let it cycle through again. But 9 times out of 10, once again, you're going to run it on auto, which means electric. All right. While we're down here, they left this open so you could see it. This is your water pump. Okay. This, let's see, they don't have that open, but I can show you. On the back of the water heater, you can't see it very well, but you have to trust me, there are valves that you use for winterizing it, right? You would access those behind this panel here. Always bypass your water heater before you pump antifreeze into it. Okay. The microwave works like any other microwave. your little 2-burner range. You just light with a lighter. That is your furnace right there. The thermostat for your furnace. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, I know. It's going to be back here, probably. Yes. So that's your thermostat. You're just going to turn it to the right to turn it on. And to turn it off, you make sure it clicks like that. Okay? Down here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. It should always be green like that. If it's not, you want to get it serviced. This will alarm you if you, it'll set off the alarm if it detects a carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas. If that happens, you go outside, take everybody outside, shut off the gas at the front and figure out what's going on. If it beeps very slowly, I'll set it off for you so you can hear what it sounds like. If I can, oh there, I just hit it. That's what it sounds like. It goes through 2 self-tests, one more coming up. And then back to green. So it'll sound like that. And then if it beeps like that, but very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. Alright, so this is the device here is the power converter. It converts AC, 110 AC down to 12 volt DC. So, you can see you got regular household circuit breakers on this side and they're labeled. That's the AC side. Then it converts it over to 12 volt DC. You've got fuses there. If any of those fuses were to blow, you can see it light up through and see it through this perforation here, so you'll know that. It also will keep your battery charged. As long as you're plugged in, it'll keep your battery charged up. Okay. The shower works like any other shower. The toilet, what you have to remember is you can't use it dry. So when you get to the campground, your black tank is going to be empty, of course, right? You get to the campground, you hook up your water and your power, then you'll come in here and you'll take whatever chemical you use. Here's a sample right here, for example, but it comes in powders, liquids, all different kinds. You'll put 1 dose in right in there, and then you'll step on the pedal, which is right there, and water will come swirling out and wash the chemical in there. So you'll stand on the pedal till you put about 1 gallon or 2 of water in there. There's no way to tell that from the monitor panel. You just have to use common sense. That's about 1 gallon or 2. So the bottom line is you can't use it dry, and you can't use it without chemicals. So you always have to give it a little bit of water and some chemical to start off with, all right? Okay. Also, there's vents here. You got a vent here and another one here. Okay. Your air conditioning controls are right here. Your smoke detector, which doesn't have a battery in it yet, but I'll put one in there. And this is your antenna for your roof antenna. So you can tune it in by turning it like that. But basically, it's just a digital antenna. All right. Your I don't know if I told you about this or not, so I'll just do it again just in case. This is your radio. So basically, you could stream off this USB stick, so you can take all your favorite albums with you. You can hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth, so you can play play your MP3s with your phone or your tablet, whatever. You got 2 zones, 1 inside and 2 is outside the trailer. So there's a lot of things you could do with it. One other thing, this couch jackknifes flat, so you're just going to pull it at the bottom and jackknife it flat. That turns into a bed. If you pull the poles out of the bottom of the table, you can set the tabletop on these cleats right here. There's some on each side, and then fill in the empty space with the cushions. You got another bed. So you got three places to sleep. If you wanted to, you could put a mattress for kids on the floor, or air mattress. You'd be all set. All right, so let me look around and see if I forgot anything. I think I've covered it. Got more storage here. The lights, just so you know, they'll have a button in the middle like that. Okay. All right. And last but not least, it has 2 emergency windows in it, 3 emergency windows in it. So basically, all you would do if you had an emergency, you had to escape, you'll push this all the way through. All the way through. Then you grab hold of this red tab and pull the screen out. And then out you go. So all 3 of these windows work the same way on this side, plus that one does. So you got good ventilation and you got an escape route. You got some inside speakers too to go with the outside speakers. Like I said, this would be zone 1 inside the trailer, zone 2 is outside. Okay, so each one of these appliances has its own manual. You'll find that. Plus you can go online and go to manufacturer sites and look at their videos on just about all the appliances. You can go on the Salem website, obviously they have videos. So, and you can always call us and we can talk you through just about anything or take care of any issues you have, okay? So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer at National RV Detroit. Remember to bypass your water heater and always inspect your roof 3 times a season. Thank you very much.